The following presentation is a production of Ride the Wave Media.
This is Game Related. With Just Blane.
Oh, yes, here we go. Game Related. We're back. It's Just Blane. It's Ryan McBain. McBain, they didn't cancel us. There you go.
Eventually they're going to cancel us.
But they didn't in the first week. They didn't in the first week, though, man.
They might cancel us after this episode.
This could be the one. That's how we should tease it, everyone. This could be the one, guys. Right off the jump. Remember when we used to stream, and every stream always started with an apology for the last stream of how we acted? That's what we're going to get to, man.
Yes.
Hey, today's show is going to be fun. We're going to talk more about Death Stranding because you're about a week into that game now, so we're going to break that down.
Yes.
We're going to talk about, a movie, Death Stranding, and it's also available on other platforms now. We'll get into that.
Yeah, speaking of other platforms, apparently Xbox is about to put all their shit on other platforms, and people are mad, crying, throwing fits.
Literally mad, crying, and throwing fits. We got to get into that. That's probably the biggest news of the week, wouldn't you say?
Easily, man. I never thought I would say to myself, wow, Halo might be on PS5.
All right, save that. We'll get to that. But first up, man, we got to talk about something else. After this episode 1 came out, people were talking about our artwork, man. They were giving me some trouble. But I got to say, I just pulled it up for us. I don't need it, man. That's as accurate a representation as we can have. You know what? Maybe the tattoos is what it is. The tattoo. Okay, we don't have that many tattoos. You don't have any, and I definitely don't have a sleeve like that.
Yeah, but like the muscle mass is pretty on point.
It is. I think the muscle mass might be a little undershown on the artwork. Yeah, I think you got a little more chisel than that. Yeah, a little more chisel than that. But when is the action figure on the desk? When that thing going on sale? Because that's badass right there.
Collector's edition right there.
The collector's edition McBain with Kung Fu grip. That's the one I want. I want the one with Kung Fu grip.
I heard that.
Yeah, okay. Man, let's get into Death Stranding and what you thought about it. You put about a week's worth of work into that thing. Now, it feels like work at first, but then you just get into it, right?
Yeah, so I bought it first when it first came out on PS4. And I don't know what happened. I got distracted. Other games were coming out, so I just stopped playing it. Well, after I saw the trailer for part 2, I'm like, oh, man, that trailer looks fucking lit. I need to go back and finish part 1. So I started all over again. I got the director's cut, put down the $10 for the PS5 upgrade, and I've been playing it and making mistakes here and there. And apparently, like, people like watching people play that game because I had random people coming in trying to help me out. It is a hard game when you first start out. I'm just slowly figuring things out. It is complex.
Yeah.
I was playing for a long-ass time. I was like, dude, I'm probably like halfway through. Somebody came in like, nah, brother. You about 20% done.
Yeah.
I was like, word?
I don't know. You just started episode 4, I think, didn't you? I don't even think that might be about, that's probably 30% done. But the episodes they're different lengths, so it's hard to judge that. What do you think about the first? Let's start with it. The prologue. That's where you meet Sam. Sam Porter, he's the courier. You find out he can come back from death. He's a repatriate, they call it. You meet Fragile, who I love. I love that character.
Yeah,
and she's a
yeah.
No. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then she's a Dooms sufferer. If you know the game, you know what that is. But she can travel between the beaches, basically.
Yeah.
Well, Sam delivers some cargo, cremates his mother, meets Amelie, who is an extinction entity. So that's all in just the prologue. That was before you even really start the game.
Yeah, my only drawback is like when I'm streaming it. By the way, you can see me on Ryan McBain on Twitch. When I'm streaming it, I'm worried like if I'm gonna get like some type of DMCA because all this music is popping. There's some good ass music playing during that game.
There is some amazing music in that game that does it not tie it together. It always kicks in when you're like coming over a mountain, a ridge, and it feels even more immersive. And you're like, oh man, okay. But yeah, that would be a concern if you're streaming because you can't stream music. So how do you get around that? Like, I don't know. I don't know if there is a way.
I just like a couple times that they've on Twitch, they've muted my VOD, which is fine. I don't care as long as I don't get a DMCA. But The more I play the game, the more I learn, the more like just when I think I've seen all the weird shit, it just gets weirder.
Oh no, man! I was watching your stream just the other night, and I think you did get to episode 4. And I even said, I was like, oh, now shit's about to really get weird. And you're like, what? Like, it hasn't already been? You went through episode 1, and that's when you met Bridget. So Sam agrees to join Bridges, help Amelie reconnect America through the chiral network. He encounters his BTs for the first time. Woo! What'd you think about that? Not fun.
I don't like them. Like, at first I really hated, like the dudes who are trying to jack you. I forget their names.
The mules. The
mules, yeah, I hated them. But then, like, I hate it when like you need to get somewhere, and then it starts raining, and then you know that the BTs are about to show up. You're like, shit.
Yep.
I'm low on everything. I need to get to the spot, so I got to be very, very fucking quiet. But dude, it's tense, man. It's tense. It's a great game. And the more I play it, the more I ask myself, why did I stop playing this in the first place?
But you know what? I did the same thing on that too. We all picked it up. There's a bunch of us that were playing something at the same time it came out, and we started playing it, and it was too slow. I think it was Destiny. I think it was too slow for us at the time, and we all jumped back to Destiny because I didn't play it till a year later. So I didn't play this all at once. I played it a year later. I think I got to rank 265. Played it again when the director's cut dropped. I played it again then. Still loved the game, but it did take a little bit to get hooked. So you did episode 1 and episode 2, or actually prologue episode 1, and then you went to episode 2 back with Amelie. Oh, you also met Higgs in episode 1. Higgs is the man.
I put in a lot of hours so far, and I still think I just barely scratched the surface. Like, I've talked to you. I've talked to other people. I talked to somebody on my Twitch channel that told me that they put in like 200 hours in the game. I'm like,
oh, I definitely did.
I don't got 200 hours. I don't got 200 hours. I do not.
I definitely did, but I don't want to give you too much. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but you're gonna get in there, and there's gonna be some forms of fast travel that you're gonna appreciate, and it's really zip lines and stuff. It's zip lines you can set up, roads you can start building. You start doing all that, and you'll be cruising through there. Episode 2, you go ahead.
Yeah. When I first started playing, I had countless people coming in going, "Oh, you're playing this walking simulator." Because you do a lot of walking, but once you get past all that, like I think I'm slowly getting the hang of the game. I think the game's slowly picking up, and honestly, I'm really having a good time.
You get hooked on that, man. Like that's the thing too. A lot of people out there, they need that Call of Duty. They need that 15-minute action pack. I can turn it on, turn it off, and be done. You can't do that with this game. You got to really sink some time into it to get immersed. When you hit
wine, gotta let it breathe, man. You gotta let it breathe.
That's right, man. That's right. Episode 2, you met Amelie again. You travel to Lake Knot City, and you meet Deadman. You meet Mama, and you meet Hartman. I love Hartman. He's one of my favorite characters in all of video games. No spoilers for you there. But you got a long way to go with all these characters. They have all got their own story. It's so wild. I don't know how Kojima meshes all this stuff together. It's weird. It's wild.
Let's talk about this, though. I want to know how he comes up with these stories. Does he smoke a blunt? Do mushrooms? Because the shit is just really, really weird.
It's so weird, and it's hard to find where he would have gotten his inspiration from. Because a lot of his stuff is not like anything else. So it's like, where did that come from?
Playing it, it's great. It's a great story. Nah. It's just really weird. I'm like, I always when I see some weird shit, I always ask myself, how did they come up with this? But hey, man, good on him, man. He's killing it, man.
If you think, go ahead, yeah.
He's killing it. He's killing it. I'm looking forward to part 2, but I need to finish this first before part 2 comes out.
Oh, you will. You'll definitely finish it. But can you believe that there's a Death Stranding movie coming out? Can you picture what that's going to be like?
I'm guessing
it's got to be a horror movie.
Weirder. It's got to be.
It will be weirder because it's not only Kojima, but he's pairing up with A24. Now, if you know anything about that company, woo, that's some weird movies right there. That's Hereditary. That's some real scary movies out there. The Witch. There's a lot of stuff they've got out there that I can see this being this is going to be a good movie. This is going to be a good movie. I can guarantee.
They're not going to pull any punches. It's definitely going to be rated R.
Oh, it's got. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, this is something I didn't know this week, but you can actually get Death Stranding. It just came out on Mac. If you've got an M1 chip in your MacBook, you can get Death Stranding. I was like, well, okay, all right, let me check it out. So I'll pick that up and I'll start playing it for us, and I'll give us a breakdown on the Mac version and see how it holds up, because I really don't see how you can play it off of a phone or a laptop, because that's a lot going on, man. But that brings us to the big news. Go ahead.
First of all, I don't see how people can play that game without a controller. But
Yeah.
the big news is Xbox is pissing off a lot of people, and I'm laughing at it because I don't get the uproar. I don't understand why people are so mad. Yes, Xbox, it looks like they're going to start putting their games on other platforms. They're not going to have any more exclusives anymore. If anything, they're just going to be time exclusives, and people are upset, and I don't understand why they're so mad.
I don't either, but let's play devil's advocate and try to pinpoint what's going on. Why would you be mad about that? Like, what's the negative reactions? Just because they're Xbox fans?
It's the silly console wars. They want their console to be the best. It'd be one thing if they couldn't play the game they wanted to play on their console, but you can still play the game you want to play on Xbox. You're not losing anything, but you're upset because more people can play the same game you can play. That makes no sense whatsoever. Why do you care? It doesn't hurt you at all. It's like so stupid. I'm like,
that's like a gamer elitism is what that sounds like to me. That's a real thing out there. That sounds like people being elitist. Gatekeeping.
The funny thing is, Xbox has never had exclusives because the game would always come out on PC as well. I'm watching these people literally grown man crying about this.
Oh my
mad
gosh.
About this. I saw someone say like, "Oh, I couldn't sleep last night over this." Like, why? You're literally not losing anything. It makes no sense.
I wish I was that person that all I had to worry about was the Xbox not being exclusive. That's what I lost sleep over. Like, if that's if that's what we're doing, awesome. I'm living a great life. But that's crazy to me. So what's the ones that are actually confirmed? Starfield's going, right?
Which I don't care because I already bought it on PC. You should buy it on PC because Starfield on Xbox is only 30 frames per second.
Yep.
They're saying that.
Won't that be some shit? Won't that be some shit if it's 60 frames a second on PlayStation?
Okay. Here's the thing: if Starfield goes to PS5, that's what the rumor is, and it's 60 frames per second, okay, I understand. Then you have a right to be upset because
exactly.
I get that. But if it's not, you shouldn't be mad at all. If they're putting the better version of the game on PS5, then yeah, I understand that. But if they're putting the same version out, why would you care?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not losing anything. You're just like, it's like someone saying that like I'm upset that someone's getting something, even though you're getting the exact same thing. I've
already got it, even though I've already got it.
You already have it. You literally already have it. And honestly, if anything, you're getting it first anyway. You're getting a time exclusive. Okay, so people need to grow the fuck up. It's not that big of a deal.
That's it, man. You know what it is to me? It's like, maybe it is the end of the console wars, but why did we have the console wars anyway? Yeah, it is. It is the end of the... Yeah. But I always found it a problem that a $200, $300, $400, $500 box is what kept me from playing with my other friends. It was which box you picked. That's not fair. That's not fair to me. I think it makes it more accessible for everybody to be able to be a gamer with whoever they want. To pick the console of your choice. Now the console's just got to put different skins or different versions out and get people to buy them. Collector's edition Xbox. You'll still get people to buy them, but I think console wars are dead, man. I think it's going to be it.
Xbox has been hurting for a long time, and they spent a lot of money on buying these studios, and they need to make money off it. They spent billions of dollars on buying studios, and they still aren't gaining any ground. So they're just like, screw it. We're just going to put our games on other platforms so we can make up that cost. And it's really crazy to think about this at a time when everyone and their mom in America had an Xbox 360. It was on and popping.
Yeah.
Everyone had one in America. And then Xbox was in first place and then PS4 and Xbox One came out, and Xbox One got arrogant, got cocky, and they dropped the ball.
Yep.
How did it happen? You remember this? They said, "Hey, you can't play used games, and you always have to be online." And people were pissed, and when people were mad about that, somebody in Xbox, I can't remember their name, but they said, "Well, you can just buy an Xbox 360 if you can't be."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
One. And people got pissed off. And what did PS4 do? They saw it and they went, "Hey, well, you can play used games, and you
backwards
don't always have to
compatible
be
and all that stuff." Yeah.
And they took the ball, ran with it, and they've been in first place, and they never looked back. And Xbox never caught up.
What also they did when they went to 360 to the One, they changed the user interface. That thing it worked. What worked on 360, why wouldn't you have kept that? They changed it up, and it was so hard to get around on. I remember that. That kept me from wanting to play it. Me and you owned a 360 just for Gears of War. Remember that?
Oh, Gears of War was so much fun.
Woo! Hey, we'll be playing it on PlayStation soon.
Man, I'll pick it up, man. I'll pick it up. I will pick it up, man.
I love that game, man. All right, that's it for this week. Unless you got something else for us. You got anything else before we get too fired up on the Xbox kerfuffle?
Just rest in power, Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
And check me out on Twitch, Ryan McBain.
That's right. Twitch, Ryan McBain. Hey, next week, McBain, I got something for us. I got a guest for us. We're not ready to get to our celebrity guest yet, but I got an author coming on. Steven Klopfenstein is his name, and he lives right here in the neighborhood with me. Now, this guy writes these books in a genre that's up and coming called Lit RPG. They're literary role-play games. It's wild, dude. It's even got like all the stats for characters built into the game. This guy's brain power is more than me and you combined. I can tell you that. That don't take much though, so that doesn't take much. But
that is true.
I'm gonna get him on here next week to talk about this book a little bit more, and that'll be a lot of fun because these books, I'm telling you, the Shadow Watch, I believe is what the name of it is. I got one around here somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna get into that. Oh yeah, here it is. Steven Klopfenstein, Shadow Watch, and he's got other series too. But yeah, good stuff there. We're going to also keep breaking down our playthrough of Death Stranding. Might as well. You're going to keep going. We got to talk about the rest of that.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk about all the other news in gaming out there. So we'll see you guys next week. Ron McBain on Twitch. Go check him out. And justblane.com. No I in Blane or at justblane TV. See you guys.